Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, as a lot of you or all of you may know, Rafa is retired. And that's a sad, sad day. But it brought up a topic that I wanted to talk about, intangibles. Stay tuned.
Coach Good, check this out. SwingVision got new commercial out.
Oh.
Check out his James Blake and Roddick. Oh my God. He's still playing?
I mean, he's still playing.
Whoa. What? Dude.
That's damn fast.
I can do it, dude. Back in the day, I could do that. I could totally do that, dude. You can do that. Let's go, man. We can show him how it's done. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Good. Let's go.
All right.
85 miles per hour.
That can't be right.
No, that's definitely right. Man.
88 miles per hour.
That's not a gigawatt.
One more. Watch me.
78 miles per hour.
Hey, man.
Something wrong with this program.
Nah, that's just you, bro.
You try.
Fine,
Let's
okay,
see what
I'll
you
do it. I'll do it.
You're going to go 69 right here.
127 miles per hour.
You can check out your serve speed on SwingVision 2.
Doc, we got an issue.
All right, so first Federer, now Nadal. We got only one of the big three left, and he's probably got a year or two left, is what I'm thinking. But looking back on the big three, intangibles come to mind. And Rafa, out of the three, probably had the most intangibles that you literally cannot teach. Like who is born right-handed, right? And Uncle, what's his name?
Tony.
Uncle Tony. So you playing left-handed, okay? And Mallorca? You ever heard of anybody else coming from Mallorca? You probably are today, but back in that time, no. And that crazy spin with the left hand, he will grind you to death. Like he'll be out there for 5 hours and do it again tomorrow. Can you teach that? Coach Rob, intangibles.
I think that was one of his biggest weapons, was just, it didn't matter what the score is, he never gave up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to say, run after that ball, don't let it bounce twice, get it back in play, keep trying. But as tennis players, we all know that there's times where you go up and down, and he never phased him. He gave it 100% every point. And that, it's easy to say and impossible to do, and he did it.
Right.
You know, whether he was up 40 love, 506, you know, it didn't matter what the score was. He gave 100%.
Right.
You almost never saw him let a ball go by.
Right.
You didn't see him, you know, maybe he got ace, but he was still trying to get it.
Right.
Trying to get a racket on it. Or, you know, he was always in the fight every point.
And you can't teach that. How do you teach somebody fight and will?
That's an intangible that is, you know, probably inherently the genes kind of were right for that, and also the way he practiced and the way he competed, the way he probably competed in everything. He, you know, those players hate losing at anything.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter what it is, they want to win.
And if he joined a tournament, he said that out of his own mouth. If he's not going to enter a tournament just to enter a tournament. He's going to enter it and expect full out to win. And it shows. Like, he does not give up on the point. He does not give up on the match, the set. I mean, he could be down 5-0 in a set, and he would be clawing back. I mean, if you beat him though, but he's not going to make it easy for you to, go 6-0, let's say. But let's talk about some other intangibles here. I mean, what was Federer's intangible?
I would probably go with just his fluidness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he works so hard to make it look that easy.
Right.
And that's where, like, oh, it looks easy. Well, do you know how hard it is? And then you have somebody who makes it look that easy under the most extreme pressures and tournaments and matches and Grand Slams and all those things, and to still have such smooth strokes and such a smooth way he moved through the court. Right.
You can't teach that either.
It started when you were young, but you have those God-given eye-hand coordination, agility, movement. All of those things you probably started a step above everybody else, and then you worked super hard at it to make it even better.
Yeah.
And that's usually, if you're super coordinated and you have no work ethic, you'll be good. But if you have an incredible work ethic and a little bit of talent, you'll be pretty good. But if you have an incredible work ethic and an amazing already athletic ability, you end up being one of the greats.
Definitely.
But it's hard to do. It's hard to have it all.
He made, like you said, everything was fluid. His footwork was like he's kind of floating around there.
Mm-hmm.
When he was hitting a rally ball, like even if it was 2 forehands in the back, like he kind of like was already there before the ball was struck. And like he knew it already. And it didn't look like he was ever rushed. I mean, once in a blue moon, he will frame one because he just, it was just coming that fast, or he swung that fast. Yeah. And it would just wind up in the stands. But even then it looked good. It wasn't in, but it looked good. I mean, from his serve motion to the forehand to the backhand to the volleys, everything just looked really compact and very efficient, like how it's supposed to be done. Now, I'm not saying that backhand is actually perfect, but it looked perfect and fluid. So it's like everybody talks about his backhand it looks great on him. You can't teach that though, because it's actually structurally not 100% correct to do it that way with the bent elbow in a certain way. Like you can get tennis elbow with it, but it worked for him and it looked great doing it. What about Djokovic?
So I think he kind of had that same mold of never give up, run every ball down. That's why you had so many just incredibly epic battles with him and Nadal,
right?
Where it was just like, we're going in for a slugfest every point. Yeah. And it's 10 ball minimum rally.
Yeah.
Sometimes 20.
30.
Right. Just grinding. What was there? It was like one Australian Open. They played like 5+ hours.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what year it was, but it was, they both could barely stand up when it was over.
Epic.
Yeah.
Like, how do you, like, when you're out of energy, how do you keep going and just turn it up when the ball's in play? That's Joker.
And it's mental practice. Like, if you're mentally practicing to be that's mentally strong under those extreme conditions.
Yeah, and I feel like he's one of those players that practices his weaknesses, and because he is, I believe, the best returner in the game, and he worked on that for a long time because his serve isn't the strongest, so he felt like he had to work on those returns to make sure to get the point back in place, so he has a shot at breaking serve.
But he could also hit his serve when he needed it in his spots.
Right.
And a little bit like Federer. Federer didn't have the biggest miles per hour, but
it was in the right spot.
He hit the right spot at the right time under those critical points. And that's where I think he said at one of his commencement speeches, I think it was, that he won 53% of his points.
Right.
You're like, all-time great, right? 53% of the points. Now,
tennis.
Right. And he probably won the right points. Those big points, that's where he excelled.
Right. Exactly. Do we want to include Murray in this one?
Sure.
What's his intangible?
I think he took some of that same desire to be great, to want to work super hard, to always keep trying to be better.
Mhm.
Even after he came back from the hip surgery, when we thought he was done,
Right.
he still was trying to get better. He was
Mhm.
still trying to look for change equipment, change this, change that. How could he find a way to be better
Right.
and never be satisfied? And that's, and everyone's chasing you. It's easy to be one chasing, but when you're the one they're all chasing and you stay there,
Yeah.
that's incredible. Like all three of them, and add Murray in there, but being at the top with everybody giving you everything they have every single time
Right.
and defend that off and stay at the top.
So let's talk about this though. All these guys have the intangibles, okay? Like they don't like to lose. They are never satisfied. They always want to win, okay?
It's not even that they always want to win, they hate losing.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like,
But we all hate losing though.
no, but yeah, but like if you can find out, they probably remember the losses more than they remember the wins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the losses hurt more. The
Right.
victory is like, okay,
Right.
I achieved what I set out to do.
Mm-hmm. So let's these guys are all great. I mean, there's no question about that. And they have these intangibles. How can these intangibles relate to us as normal tennis players now? Like, what can we do?
Try to take some of those things that they did and obviously try to just do how you can fit any of those skills into your play.
Okay, Fed. We're gonna make our strokes
Work on your
better.
footwork.
Oh, yeah.
Work on your footwork and swing smoother.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
If you're trying to emulate that,
Mm-hmm. And then Nadal, learn to grind.
just
Right.
never give up.
Don't give up on a point.
And there again, you have to be willing to hit and be in shape.
Right.
Right. It's one thing to say hit more balls, but you have to be physically in shape to run down as many balls.
Okay. So don't hit the ball, hit the gym. Okay. Or hit the road.
You have to do both.
Do a lot of wind sprints. Murray is the will, I feel like. Just have the will to be out there and hate to lose. I've read a quote, be 1% better than yesterday. All right. Just no matter what it is that you're doing tennis wise, be 1% better than yesterday. Okay. And then obviously Nadal is just grind. Djokovic. And obviously Djokovic is to learn and be better at your weaknesses.
And you look at his flexibility.
Oh, that's true.
He's so between mentally strong, flexible, his body, is incredible to stay that flexible and be able to dig balls out of the corner and recover and to continuously want to, your life changes. Like now you're married, now you have kids, and to still be able to put the practice time in and to work his nutrition to really help with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All I have to say, actually, I'm going to end this with one word. It's love. Love, the word is in tennis, right? These guys all love the sport, as I'm sure you do, as well as us. But it takes love to keep persevering in the sport. Right. Coach Rob, thank you so much.
Sure.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.